temptation, because when you overcome it, your exceeding great joy will be blessed. Chapter 1, James chapter 1, look at verse 2 to 3 and 12. James chapter 1, verse 2 to 3, then verse 12. Are you there now with me? My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptation. Count it all joy when ye fell into diverse temptation. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Now look at verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. The trials come from God, but temptation comes from the devil. God tries the faith of his people for a purpose of taking them from glory to glory. But Satan tempts the people of God in order to bring them to shame and reproach, and also death. That's why Satan tempts the people of God. Satan tempts God thrice. When you conquer the trials of God, you'll be promoted. You will climb from glory to glory. From glory which you find yourself to a higher glory. Because the calling of God to us, the calling of God to us, or calling of us to God, is a glorious calling. We are called from glory for a glory to reign. Is a glorious calling. So when you are tried, you will be lifted. For example, Abraham was tried. If you can remember the story of Abraham, God tried Abraham to know if he can stand for a promotion and lifting. Abraham was tried when God told Abraham, you have only one son which I have given you. I need that son. Sacrifice him for me. Sacrifice him to me. Hallelujah. You are not right. Move to a place of sacrifice. When they got to the place, on their way to the place, the son Isaac, who he was moving with, asked him, Daddy, this is wood. We're on our way to sacrifice. Where is the lamb for sacrifice? And what did he answer? He said, God shall provide a lamb for sacrifice. Meanwhile, he knew what God had told him. God requested the son. And so he didn't want to tell the son on the way. Maybe the boy would have vamoose. He now called the son. Come, bring your two hands backward. And the boy surrendered. And they tied the two hands, tied the two legs, lifted it, and put on top of the wood for sacrifice. And they took the knife. I begin to imagine how that boy surrendered to his father. Having known that it's not the lamb for sacrifice, he didn't refuse. That's why that boy was a type of Christ. Who knew he's going to die for us, yet he surrendered himself. He never rejected it. So Isaac was a typology of Jesus. Because he surrendered. He did not argue with the father. He did not drag when the father was, at least the father was an old man. He would have, anyhow, at least from his under his legs, sneak off. But he didn't do that. He surrendered. He carried. I believe the boy followed arranged the wood. And after which the father now said, come. God said you are the one. And the boy surrendered. And the two hands and the two legs are tied. That is a sign of surrender. Total surrendering to God. Total surrendering to the will of God. So which even we are required for such. No matter what comes your way, you don't argue. You don't say no, God. But what you should say is, if it is thy will, O Lord, let thy will be done. If you are serving God and you have not come to that level of God, if this is your will, let it be done. Then you have not totally surrendered. Remember Jesus at the point, Jesus said, Father, let thy will be done. So total surrendering is pointing to when you have mind completely, your heart made up for the will of God to be done. That's total surrendering. When you have decided from the bottom of your heart and say, Father, let your will be